just want to take you back to that river spot where we went last time. I just want to show you the difference that a few months can make. This time I brought my machete, just gonna clear a little bit of the trees. Yeah, this is it, same spot. This is the spot I always come to. What is that? Oh no! Oh no! I was just about to savor this bottle of champagne. I had this camera set up, I had this camera set up, and then I had my drone, which was about to take the saber shot. As I took the little like thingamabobber off, I had it down in its position, and I just heard the cork just go poof down. Well, I can't believe this happened, but it makes so much sense because today we're celebrating my very first year on YouTube. I can't believe it's already been 1 full year since I published my very first video on YouTube. Been working on this video for about 3 days now. It's going live. I feel really good. Aside from being my very first upload, that was one of the coolest days I've ever experienced.
Welcome to Newark. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your baggage stowed until the seatbelt.
I was in New York City for less than 24 hours on a layover, and I was able to catch Manhattanhenge, which happens twice a year. I witnessed the 2019 blackout where the west side of Manhattan just completely blacked out. Something is happening. And I got to pay my respects to the guy who pretty much inspired me to start making videos for YouTube. So sick. When I first started filming, I didn't really know what I was doing. It wasn't very comfortable. It didn't feel natural. I just didn't really like being on camera. Hey guys. Hey. Ah! But the important thing was I was doing it. I was getting out there. I was challenging myself when I barely even knew how to use my own equipment. It's really dark because I'm a noob. And I kept at it. I gave myself a lot of time and space just to hone my skills, and I feel like I've come a long way since then. So when we take a quick look at the numbers, we've got 40 videos published, over 7,200 views, just over 400 hours watched, and 237 subscribers. Wow, guys, thank you guys so much for just tuning in. This really means so much to me. This is really incredible. I know when you compare these numbers to like some of these big timers or guys who are pros, I mean, this is very humbling and it's not a whole lot, but to me, this is wild. I imagine 237 of you sitting in a room, just hanging out, and I think that's pretty freaking rad. Woo-hoo-hoo! This whole video thing started several years ago with my old coworker, Dan. So Dan's from Winnipeg and I'm in Vancouver, and we had jobs where we traveled a lot. We'd be gone weeks at a time, and so Dan and I would just pretty much plan our work trips at the same time, and we coordinated something called Wine Wednesdays. Grab a bottle of Gewürztraminer, grab a bottle of white. 7 o'clock, let's get on the webcam, get on Skype, and let's talk about our wines and sell it to each other. That's right. It was so much fun, it was creative, and we challenged ourselves to work on our salesmanship. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wine Wednesday. And at that time, that is exactly what I was craving. I wasn't challenged at work, and I needed an outlet to express my creativity. So I thought to myself, what's the best way to find creative inspiration and reignite my passion for creating? It was a pretty big decision, but it was an easy one. I quit my job and started traveling. I bought a camera, started filming, everything. The good times. Not so good times. But yeah, this kind of sketchy is like, oh. And the times when you have your camera rolling to catch those unsuspecting moments. Next McDonald's stand.
Someone just farted.
One thing I love about YouTube is that you gotta put yourself out there. And yeah, it can be pretty scary at times, but you do it enough times, you'll get over it pretty quickly.
One thing I am still finding a little bit weird is talking into this camera when there are a lot of people around. Just cause it's just kind of weird.
Your work doesn't have to be perfect. Good is good enough, and sometimes you just gotta send it. Because when you do, your work will just get better every time.
Here we go, first post.
And that's exactly what I did. I would watch YouTube videos, learn, and then apply what I learned into my next video. Whether it was a camera movement, some sound design, an editing technique, lighting. I just learned as I went along, and I've learned a ton through that process. When I was in Lombok, I got a scooter. I learned how to do this editing technique called masking. I tried some "What's up guys" Peter McKinnon style hotel B-roll sequences. When I was in the Philippines, I stayed with family. They had a lot more space in a quieter part of town. And it really gave me time and space to practice my drone piloting. What I fully didn't realize when I picked up filmmaking, especially while traveling, is it's a lot of work. I made it a priority and made sure to work while I was on the road. When you're deliberate about making videos, you'll do things that you might not normally do just to get that shot.
Thank you.
And you'll seek out cool experiences with hopes to capture some pretty special moments. I got to see what it's like to make a living in Vietnam. I was able to film the celebration of the 2020 presidential election in Taiwan. I found out some distant relatives in the Philippines run a tobacco plantation. One of the coolest travel experiences that I had was I got to see my mom's hometown and the house that her and her family grew up in.
You see that church where the flag is?
Yeah.
Where the flag is, the old house.
That's your house?
Yes.
Well, that church is your house.
Beside it.
And then when I was there, I found out that the home was donated to the church and it's been converted into a school. And that was such a cool experience for me because my mom's hometown is quite a ways up north and it's not very easy to get to. I get to share that experience with some of my family members that might not ever get a chance to go there.
But see, that's their old dresser.
What?
These were my stickers way back.
Oh, no way.
See that?
Filmmaking hasn't always been just straight fun and games.
Trying to find a good spot to get a shot of the Twin Towers in the background. Security just came from the distance, started blowing their whistle at me.
And someone who's new to this art, I've realized it's so important to surround yourself with like-minded people. You'll learn from one another, you'll motivate one another, keep each other accountable, and find a partner to help you film. I've learned the importance of seeking experiences that stimulate your creativity and challenge your abilities. Right before I left on my trip, I got to film my friend's wedding. And then a few months later, I got to film his Chinese wedding reception in Hong Kong. I reconnected with an old friend and I helped him shoot his short film. This past year, I've accomplished a few things that I'm really proud of. I had my first paid video gig. I made a commission from one of my YouTube videos.
And the last is the stick. Like sweet.
I've been offered several opportunities to pick up video work. What I'm most proud of is that I'm pursuing my passion to create and to share.
Subscribe and like, bro.
What's next for the channel? Well, when I published that first video, I announced
September 3rd, I'm actually going to be traveling around the world, making cool videos, finding amazing vegetarian food.
I'm a foodie. I love food. I'm
always down for food, you all know me.
I'm so excited to announce to you guys that I'm going to be making and working on creating my very own food show. We'll try new recipes. We'll experiment. Discover great food together. Most importantly, we're gonna learn together. This is our base stock. As I take the end of it, broccoli, cauliflower, and we're gonna have a good time.
It looks really good and it smells amazing. That was way too funny. I can't believe that happened. When you pop that champagne, you usually hear the big poof, but this was just like poof. Okay, let's go find that cork.
Here's a little Corky McCorkerson.